Welcome back to Close in Effect. This is week 14, meaning the 14th time we've watched the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. I'm Jacob.
I'm Theodore.
I'm John.
Hey, we didn't talk over each other for once.
Hey, wow, what do you know?
There was still the awkward pause, though. I'll give you that.
I mean, fair.
I just want to say what I did for my watch this week. I pitched the movie down a lot.
Oh, the inverse of what I did. Okay.
Yes, and it was very amusing. One thing I wanted to point out immediately, though, all the elves sounded like normal adult human beings.
Oh,
that's gotta be really
I hear
freaky.
some of that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lucy also sounded pretty fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was really hilarious. Like, Lucy basically sounded like a mid-teenage boy, which made the line sound even more weird, so to speak.
I have to ask, what were the scenes like where the elves were doing their group chanting?
Horrifying.
As expected.
Okay.
Good.
The chimney, it just sounds like a portal to hell now.
How do you mean?
Like it's just demonic, it's eerie, it's just like, I just don't want to touch that thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, I could see that with the pitch down and all that.
Yeah, Also, there's a lot of things that because of the pitch down I now heard that you couldn't hear before.
Really?
Like I could hear like an air pump that Dr. Hismus had.
Oh, wait, you never heard that before?
No?
What?
You
The
mean
thing
like
when he's
the
taking
thing
his
that
blood
he's taking
pressure,
blood pressure
or the
with?
bread-
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to hear that.
No, I couldn't hear it before.
What? That's insane.
Oh, I do like, though, when Carol stands up and pulls the thing off, and you can hear the sound of Velcro followed by a deflating balloon.
Oh yeah, no, I could hear the Velcro, that bit's obvious.
Yeah, but when he's pumping it up, you can hear it.
Around 9 minutes and 50 seconds in, there was them talking about the hall in the background. I couldn't quite make it out as it was really vague and quiet, but I could just hear it because the elves actually sounded normal now.
The hall.
So the sheer amount of bass completely canceled out the whispering, or what?
Basically.
Wow.
But okay, one more thing that I heard that I couldn't hear before, that's actually one of my Standing Light candidates. Around 18 minutes and 50 seconds, I think this is around the time when they're setting up the Canada disguise, one of the background elves can just be heard faintly laughing, hit him with a hammer!
Oh? Really?
That's insane.
What I made out, yeah. Like,
That's
it's
pretty
so
good.
inaudible. Like, I'm pretty sure you can only hear it when it's pitched down.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
Hit him with a hammer!
My watch sucked. It was just a normal watch, and I hated it.
Names.
But there were a couple of observations that I made that I thought were interesting. First of all, when Tim Allen is very excited about the Canada disguise idea that he has, and he's just, talking about, oh, this is some stereotypical Canada stuff. Hell yeah. Curtis is just sort of nodding along and looks very pleased by this, which I find very interesting considering that he is not, 5 minutes later, going to turn around and be very against Tim Allen doing anything with his family.
I think Curtis just wants to do something with his life, but as he doesn't understand the concept of family, he hates anything he's unfamiliar with. But as his perception of Canada is close enough to the North Pole, he just goes along with it thinking it's something new to do.
I think that Curtis really just doesn't know what to feel. Because he wants to agree with Santa Claus for everything that he does, but he also wants to be a good head elf.
And be a good head elf in his mind is, I guess, keep Santa from being quote-unquote distracted? I don't know.
I guess. Because, during the Legendary Beings Council or whatever, when he's in the background, he looks like he sympathizes with Tim Allen when he's talking about how he's really nervous about the holidays, and yet he doesn't seem too thrilled about the fact that the in-laws are coming.
Yeah, no, I just think that Curtis doesn't like tall people.
So you think he has just some self-image issues with how short he is?
Maybe. I think he's just like what? Like I was saying, Curtis isn't an elf. He's just a really small person.
Oh, so you're saying that he is a human, but he is
I think
a
he has
really
dwarfism.
short adult human.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's dwarfism.
I think that
Oh.
he's a child human, but he's a child human that is unaware of the fact that children actually grow up.
Oh, so he doesn't. Okay, so he thinks that he's going to be at that height forever. Interesting.
So yeah, I think he's just really insecure about his height.
That sure, I could
Because
see that.
he seems to not mind Lucy that much.
Yeah, I guess. The second thing, every single time I look at the fire elves when they're coming into the scene, I just like keep looking at their movements and how not very like professionally they do anything. Like I don't know. Maybe I just have a skewed perception in my mind of what a fire elf should like be doing with their actions, with their sense of urgency, but they just kind of seem to like not even really be running or rushing in to take care of the fire. They're just kind of like walking a little faster than normal.
They sound like they're in like a high school marching band.
Yeah, the high school marching fire band.
I noticed this with some of the other elves, but it seems like during a lot of the group shots, they're not really sure what they're supposed to be doing. Like, when Santa Claus is talking about Canada, the list elves are just standing there with the lists staring.
Right.
I mean, what the fuck are list elves gonna do to make the place look like Canada, huh?
I
Use
don't
Canadian paper.
know. Also,
Canadian recipes. They just print off genuine Canadian food recipes.
I paid a lot of attention to the list elves this time around. During the
Oh,
group
no.
hug, they, like, you'd think, like, Neil calls for a group hug and all the elves, rush in. The list elves, like, carefully walk down the stairs.
They don't want to trip. That would
They don't
ruin
want
the
to
whole
trip,
scene.
yeah. And so it sort of makes it a little awkward. He calls for a group hug and all the elves just sort of walk in slowly.
They want
Oh, that's terrifying, though. Couldn't you imagine, like, Neil, demonic eye, and flames all around him, throws up his arms, calling for group hug, and then all of the elves slowly gravitate towards him, and he becomes...
That was basically my what?
Are
That
you
was basically
implying that he's forming a spirit bomb with elves?
I think, no, oh no, I think he's forming something so much more sinister than a spirit bomb.
Oh, a Katamari then.
Yeah, a Katamari of elves, exactly.
Also, I want to point out the Easter Bunny is just actually Satan now.
It's pretty good.
And so is Bad Future Frost. He's also genuinely Satan.
Right. As opposed to just normal Satan.
Genuine Satan.
Exactly.
He's real Satan.
Really Satan.
Like, unlike the other elves, though, Dr. Hismus and Curtis don't sound too human. They're also in the demonic pictures, which gives further credibility to Curtis being a regular human boy, adult person. But what does that make Dr. Hismus?
Ooh.
A doctor.
I still think Dr. Hismus is just an elf doctor. Like I don't think there's enough evidence to disprove his elfitude.
I think it just has to do with the fact
Elfitude.
that Dr. Hismus and Curtis are played by older children than all of the rest of the elves.
Oh, look at you bringing in actual real life logic into
Well,
this.
okay, because Dr. Hismus is played by one of the kids from Zack and Cody.
I still find that incredibly difficult to believe.
You find it difficult to believe, but I recognized him immediately.
I still find it difficult to believe. Anyways,
Yeah.
Well, he was like, one of the sidest of side characters. Like,
Sure,
not even really
fair.
worth mentioning.
Okay, I talked about one of my shining light candidates. What are your guys' shining lights?
honestly, I'm not sure that I really have anything that I actively enjoyed in this watch, but I guess it's not really true. I actually did kind of enjoy the tree falling and the ornament breaking this time in a twisted way. Just because I knew it meant that we were finally done with the boring slog part of the movie. You know?
Yeah, I can totally get that. Like, I actually look forward to the tree breaking because that means, oh boy, bad future time.
That, and I just
And-
kind of like how suddenly the emotions just drop in that scene. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so John, what do you
John,
got?
you?
My shining light is probably the crying sounds that Mr. Bean makes when he's hugging the children.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty good. He's just like part gasping, part crying, part about to...
Yeah,
So he's
he
not
sounds
being
like
choked?
he's suffocating almost.
Yeah, he's just suffocating. That would be one hell of a way to fucking die, I guess. Suffocating by elf.
Suffocated by elf.
Yeah, let's see what elf was like. Have I
What
got
elf?
one here?
What elf?
What elf?
Did you say
I
what
said
elf?
what else. I said what else. You two are to blame for that one.
It's a Freudian slip.
What elf? What elf?
Oh, here's something.
Oh yeah.
Now that you've
Oh,
pointed
what-
out to me that Santa Claus is allergic to his fake beard, I can't stop looking at how red his face is.
Exactly. Yes.
So
it's
fuck you
fucking
for that.
slimy. It's so fucking slimy.
It is. It's really shiny and it's almost distracting, and I feel bad for Tim Allen.
Yeah. Like,
Can
he's
we
suffering.
Can we open up like a Kickstarter to cure Tim Allen from
Cure
his
Tim
Cure
Allen
Tim
from
Allen's
his
fake
Santa
beard allergy.
allergy.
Santa allergy.
Oh Lord.
Speaking of allergy.
Speaking of Santa.
Oh,
When Tim Allen is ranting about his situation in the Council of Legendary Figures meeting, with how pitched down it is, it just sounds muffled now, like he's talking into a cushion.
he gets really frustrated, so he goes into his room and just screams into a pillow about how much his life sucks. Even though his life is great.
And then he spirals into depression, and then it becomes a completely different movie.
Oh, God.
Pizza time.
It's not pizza time. It's not
So
pizza time.
speaking of allergies,
Yes, speaking of allergies, John, didn't you have something planned that you wanted to do for all of us?
that doesn't have anything to do with allergies.
Yes, it does.
I mean, no, like, I maybe think it's... No, never mind.
Okay. Well, I guess if I do it any longer, my hot cocoa.
Put it
will
off
get
any
cold.
longer, you mean? Yeah,
So
okay.
Would you like to paint
Let
us...
me
Review.
let me get OBS up for this because I'm gonna record this.
Oh, boy.
I have here. It's probably cold by now because it's been like 20 minutes since I made it. I have a mug that is full of hot chocolate,
I
and
really
I
wish
have
my...
a
Oh,
Red
I went
Bull
along.
energy drink.
I really wish my Discord
is-
wasn't super shitty right now, because I'm...
Yeah, no, mine's good enough to record
Yeah,
with.
okay.
Good enough.
So this is the first time in my entire life that I've ever drank Red Bull, and I can smell it, and it smells terrible. And so,
Oh, I'm so
we're gonna
glad.
do a little bit of chemistry. It's so
I'm-
gross.
Red
It's never
God,
allowed to
it
be seen
only
outside of the can. Okay.
It looks vile already.
Oh, I can smell it. Oh, it smells
know, but, like,
gross.
I feel bad for you,
Like,
but at
alright,
the same time,
The
I don't.
thought of it,
All right, I'm
thought
stirring
of
it
it-
right now. It's
the thought of it is already making me red.
like a-
Like I'm not even the one drinking it, and
it's
I
sort
can
of like
already,
a
I can already.
weird brownish yellow.
Oh God, that sounds vile.
Oh, God.
Oh God, I cannot like.
If you want to close your eyes,
I-
that's fine.
Yeah, no, that
I don't have to
like
work.
even thinking about it's bad. Oh God,
That's good. That is.
You are here
And so
now.
I'm gonna be drinking this for the rest of the episode.
Oh, that's awful. Oh.
that is awful.
Well, everyone, you saw it here first. The world's first Red Bull Coco Chino,
Oh,
minus the Chino.
okay.
Do you want me to cut off the video there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
Okay, that
What?
That
I don't,
was
I'm trying to figure out
quality.
what this tastes like.
on its own.
on its
Because it's like kind of citrusy, and it's also like because it's got the chocolate too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. That is like, I can only imagine that is one of the most vile things you've ever tasted.
Yeah, actually, it's. I'm gonna try mixing it better. Hang on.
Oh, that audio work is so good.
Oh.
Oh, that's some ASMR right there.
ASMR Red Bull Coca-Cola.
Okay, that's. You know what? I mixed it a little bit better. It's not actually all that bad.
Oh.
I'm so glad.
Just kidding. It's still just as bad. I'm just used to it now.
Oh, okay. So it's like drinking medicine. It sucks, but eventually you get used to it.
Medicine's a good way to describe it, actually.
Oh yeah, I like fucking medicine is like awful. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's been way too many years since I actually had liquid medicine
Actually,
instead of like
same.
actual pill form.
Okay. So what else is there to talk about?
Well,
I've pretty much already covered all there is to like cover about like how
mm.
demonic everything sounds.
I'm
Well,
gonna turn
no,
the camera
the minor key Jingle Bells is also really good in Pitch Down.
down. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Is
that
also
that, that
oh,
is- that-
how's North Pole
that
North
is-
Pole pitched down?
Oh no, that is beautiful. That is fucking beautiful.
I'm so glad.
You
It's-
you
Yeah,
really
but-
you must put together a like a highlights reel for that because I really want to hear some of them.
I really do want to make like a super cut of like the movie, but with highlights from the edits we've made.
That's... Ooh, it's a good idea, I think, but it will be some effort.
Yeah, no, especially with other sit posts I want to make.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, like, is that all we've got to talk about?
I think
Has the
this-
thought of a Red Bull Coca-Cola killed our thoughts that much?
I think more than anything, it's just that this week we're just sort of dead. Like,
I mean, I guess.
there wasn't much that caught us this watch. Like, besides the weird things that we've done to try and enhance this week, there wasn't really anything within the movie itself that was
No,
particularly
that's
actually,
eye-catching
wait.
to it.
We have that conversation we were having that I cut off and said, let's wait until the episode to do this.
Alright.
Earlier we were discussing how Neil really has no reason to be in the North Pole except to provide a reason for Lucy to be there.
Lucy
Right.
walked.
Lucy walked.
Yeah.
That's the joke that we're going with, is that anytime a character shows up in the North Pole and we don't know how they got there, they walked.
They walked.
Exactly.
Because
the Easter Bunny hopped up.
Yeah, the Easter Bunny, Sandman, Tooth Fairy, and Cupid obviously flew.
Right.
But actually,
For the time, he probably walked.
that brings up the question, though, of how do any of the other legendary figures live their lives when they're not either in Santa's workshop or doing their respective holiday duties?
I think the Easter Bunny probably just lives out in the wild. Like a
Oh
fucking
God, that's
monster.
terrifying. I don't want to think about
Like,
that.
I
fucking
just like to
abomination.
imagine.
He just lives in a cave somewhere.
No, I like to imagine that these like badgers or like all the rabbits that just pop their heads outside and they just see this massive fuck off, massive, huge rabbit. And like, what the fuck is that? And they don't realize that Easter bunnies exist because they don't have a concept of holidays.
I bet the Tooth Fairy just lives in every dentist's office.
Every dentist at once.
Yeah, I think it's a thing where like the Tooth Fairy has the ability to travel anywhere in the world as long as they're Yes,
Yes,
John?
John.
I'm stirring my Cocachino.
Of course. Anyways, like I was
Cocachino,
saying,
anyone?
I think it's a case where the Tooth Fairy has the ability to travel anywhere in the world as long as there is a dentist's office there. Like he can teleport between dentist offices.
But where does he
Okay.
go when he's not in a dentist's office?
Maybe
The
he...
dentist's dentist.
Because, like, you say that like the Tooth Fairy just is in a dentist's office.
What if he
Yeah?
What if he is just constantly doing people's dental work? Like, what if he is just in disguise in so many different countries? Like, he has an appointment at one time to do dentistry in one place. Then he teleports to another, like, halfway across the world to another office where he has another appointment set up. And during all of these, he's disguised as an ordinary person.
So does he just never sleep?
No, none of them sleep. Santa doesn't sleep. Santa's been groggy for years.
Excuse me? Sandman sleeps.
Sandman
I said Santa,
Sandman
but
sleeps
Sandman.
for all of them.
Yeah,
If
Sandman.
Sandman doesn't get enough sleep, the rest of the legendary figures get tired.
Oh,
Yeah.
That explains it. That explains everything, except no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Also, why is Sandman sleepy? His job is to put others to sleep.
Yes.
That means he would have to be
absor-
awake at night to go into kids' windows and spray sand in their eyes.
But you see, when they're picking up the in-laws, he sleeps in the day.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's true. Sandman's probably nocturnal.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sandman is nocturnal.
that actually does wrap that mystery up in a nice little bow. So that's cool.
Yeah.
How did
And
the
he
Easter Bunny
absorbs
get to
the
the
sleep-
North Pole?
He hopped.
He hopped.
But, okay. I'm not just, like, talking about in our dumb joke answers. How did he get to the North Pole? Because there's absolutely no way that monstrosity could go through any populated area.
He made a bridge out of chocolate.
No.
Obviously. Oh, you know what? I figured it out. He rode an egg over the ocean.
Okay. Easter
Super
Bunny and
Mario
the
Bros.
giant
2
egg.
style. He found a birdo, and he jumped on the egg, and he rode it.
Wait, no, I got it. He disguised himself as, like, a costume for, like, a play and got himself zipped off to some, like...
He disguised himself as a costume.
And there were some researchers in the North Pole, one of them because there happened to be a furry. He disguised himself as...
Is that like one of those, like those cartoon things where the bear disguises himself as a bearskin rug?
Yeah.
Where there should be no way that bear could possibly, like, disguise himself as a flat bearskin rug, but somehow nobody notices. Except this is...
Yeah, that's...
They
that's
see
exactly
a really large humanoid rabbit hanging from a clothes hook, and they think, oh, that's just our Easter Bunny costume that we have.
Yeah, no, my own thing is there's just a furry researcher in the North Pole doing research, and that's how he gets there.
Oh, I hate this, but at the same time, I can't dispute it. You've done it. You've broken me. Good job.
Yeah.
Hooray! That's one down. So, is that it then?
Yeah. Are we? Do you think we've? It always
yes.
feels really strange to, get through one of
Oh, wait,
these.
no, one more thing. I noticed that literally the second the lights switch off, like in the midst of the dark, but it's already changed.
Right.
Yeah.
So that must mean that the scene cut is right before the lights turn off.
Sure. That makes sense.
Okay.
It always just feels really weird to get to the end of one of these sessions and just feel like...
There's nothing left to
Well,
talk about.
to feel more like we have run out of things to talk about, and to feel like there should be more, even though we've reached our
The thing
natural...
is that we've been running out of things to talk about for like the past 6 weeks, but every time we always come back and we find something new about the movie that we didn't notice the last time.
Yeah, I've not mentioned this on the podcast yet, but the curse is broken. It's not snowed this week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That is important. Curse is...
Yeah, no, that is important. I'm glad it hasn't snowed this week, because as fun as snow is, I have no one to enjoy it with, and it gets kind of monotonous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find it kind of weird during the North Pole fight scene, just how some of the shots just don't breathe before they move on to the next angle. It's almost shot like a trailer.
Maybe it was the trailer shots.
Maybe. Some of those shots do show up in the trailer.
It's
And
true.
so
Yeah,
that's-
exactly. They were the trailer shots.
But even like in the North Pole dance scene, when Jack Frost is dancing, he'll make a pose and then it'll move to another shot and he'll make another pose and it'll move to another shot and he'll make another pose.
I mean,
All of this movie was filmed entirely off of trailer shots.
Oh shit!
They just cobbled together trailer shots and called it a day. Like, they just filmed, like, 5,000 trailers.
Oh man, that's an idea.
That's an interesting movie idea, though, is that they film the trailers first, and then realize, shit, we don't have a movie, and they cobble together.
That's actually kind of an interesting idea.
Isn't that what they do with most movies nowadays?
Ha! I guess. Are we done here?
I guess so.
Yeah, no, this has been Jacob.
This has been
And that's
Theodore.
it. It's just been Jacob.
It's just been Jacob. It's been Jacob, God. It's been Red Bull, and it's been your good pals.
I still have like half of this left to drink. I really don't want to. Alright, here goes one last sip to end the episode.
Oh no!
I can hear it!
It's so good. You know, some of the cocoa powder has started to froth up at the top.
Yeah, let's just wrap it up there.
Okay.
I've been Jacob.
I've been Theodore.
I've been John.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Don't drink Red Bull Cocoa Chinos. They're bad
Don't
for
Red
you.
Bull is banned.
It's bad.
No more Red Bull.
It's
No
so
more
bad.
Red Bull.
Stop. Don't drink Red Bull.
Don't drink Red Bull.
But no more Red Bull.
At the very least, don't mix it with cocoa.
Fuck Red Bull.
Well, there goes that potential advertising
There goes
prospect.
that sponsorship.
Yep.